Kevin Durant is sidelined with an MCL injury, and the Nets began life without KD on Thursday night as they fell to the Boston Celtics at the Barclays Center. So let's talk some Brooklyn basketball with New York Post Nets beat reporter, the one and only Brian Lewis with the fresh cut. Brian, how's it going, man?
All right. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man, doing well. Now, Brian, last season when KD went down with a knee injury, the team lost 16 of 21 games. So should fans be concerned that this year's squad also might not be built to handle life without Durant?
Well, yes, if you think you're going to replace him, because you can't replicate what Kevin Durant does. There are no players out there like Kevin Durant. What I would say is this team is better able to survive, or at least has a chance to show that they're better able to survive a short absence. They're clearly a better defensive team, and defense travels. They're a more balanced roster. They have a chance to survive better than they did last year. They're also clearly more in sync and more motivated because, frankly, that team just didn't play without him. They weren't playing for Steve, and they weren't playing without him. This team has a chance to be much better.
All right, we will see that. Now, I think when it comes in terms, of speaking about KD not being out, a lot of people are going to think about who's going to step up. And one of the players I think some would expect to step up in KD's absence is Ben Simmons. And against Boston, Simmons, he did everything but score, Brian. He dished out 13 assists. He grabbed 9 boards. However, he was 0 of 3 from the field, and he had his second scoreless effort of the season. So how much do the Nets need Simmons to be more aggressively offensively here?
Both. They could use more scoring from him, and they do need him to continue to be aggressive. Now, listen, he's never going to be a scorer, and I know that he has on occasion had reasonably big scoring nights, but he'll never be a scorer. But he can be better than being scoreless. Now, in terms of his aggression, this is a guy that averaged, 10 drives a game when he was in Philadelphia, and he was healthy, and he was right. He's been averaging about 3 for Brooklyn. And here's the thing. Jacques Vaughn specifically said that the Nets shot profile is going to have to change without Kevin Durant. They will need more threes than they took when they had Kevin Durant. Those threes are going to probably come from Ben Simmons being aggressive and kicking out. Yuta Watanabe, if he were qualified, would be the top 3-point shooter in the league. He does not create his own shot. Joe Harris really does not create his own shot. Royce O'Neal and Seth Curry are capable to some extent of creating their own shots, but that increase in threes is most efficiently going to come from Ben Simmons being aggressive and driving and kicking out.
All right, we'll see if he's able to do that. And one positive sign in the Nets' loss to the Celtics was TJ Warren. He scored 20 points off the bench. Will Warren, who's coming off an injury himself, see an increase in his minutes with KD sideline?
He will. He should. Now, again, TJ Warren missed the last 2 years. So he physically probably can't manage, say, 40 minutes a game as you used to be able to ride KD to when necessary. Jacques Vaughn has been very clear in saying he doesn't want to play him 35 minutes a game. But it's obvious that they're going to need his offense off the bench or starting, either way. And he's going to need to take up a bigger minutes burden than he's been taking up, or even than the Nets have been comfortable giving him. That's probably going to be in the cards at some point over the next several weeks.
All right, so look for him to play more minutes, but not playing 40 minutes a game. We will not see that from TJ Warren. That is Brian Lewis with the fresh cut, looking fresh, Mr. Lewis. I like it there. The great beat reporter for the New York Post covering the Brooklyn Nets. Brian, always good to talk to you. Thank you, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.